Hello! Perfidious Bead here, back to weigh anchor and continue my Magellanic voyage into the unknown in XCOM, War of the Chosen. Okay, I mean unknown, that's low to horseshit. That's a stables at the Preakness level of horseshit, Pete. At this point, we've played enough XCOM to know absolutely what to expect from the rest of this here voyage. I mean, these guys over here are gonna die, and after we finish that, we're gonna do a couple more compulsory story missions, probably go execute the last of the Chosen, I don't know, Tough Actin, Tenactin, or Desinex, or whatever. He's a fungus powder, I just don't remember which one. His name is hardly relevant. His name should be Victim at this point. We're gonna go kill him, and then it's on to blow up the alien citadel, and that'll be it. There are no unknown quantities left on this voyage. This voyage is about as Magellanic as a voyage over to the supermarket to buy a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread. It's just, there's nothing unexpected that's going to happen here. About as Magellanic as one of Magellan's own voyages down to the local Lisbon bordello for a little happy time. That's what it's about, as Magellanic as that.
Okay, I'll go.
Comparing it to, this guy sailing around the world for the first time. That was a pretty impressive feat that Magellan actually did there. I mean, think about it. Those guys really were sailing into the unknown. And be like, what? You think they were afraid they were going to, like, sail off the edge of the planet or something, Pete? No, I mean, not necessarily, but they were still sailing into the unknown. I mean, sure, they didn't necessarily know for certain that they weren't going to sail off the edge of the planet. I mean, they had a pretty good reason to suspect that at that point they were like, yeah, we're pretty sure the Earth is round. It's just like, nobody's been all the way around yet. So we can't say for certain that we're not going to fall off and die, but in all likelihood, probably not going to fall off and die. But they didn't know for sure. But even taking that completely out of the equation, you still got to think about the fact that they didn't know anything about, like, the lay of the land. That's the more impressive feat. They weren't necessarily worried about falling off the edge of the world or anything. They just had no idea where the hell they were going or how to get back, and it's not like they had fucking GPS or anything on that shit. The world's a big place, and they were just like, well, let's go west and try not to hit anything, I guess. That's a pretty impressive feat. Steve Irwin, can you kill... I really wish you still had your skull mine, buddy. We'd have you run up there and skull mine that guy. So we got a shield bearer. You know what, Ava Prone, we need to know what specifically is in this facility, because what I'd like to not do is run in here and accidentally trigger another pod. So if you could get us a look in this room, even if we don't get an attack out of you this turn necessarily, it's not a bad thing. We'll bring you up to this corner.
My life is in your hands.
Yeah, how come the klaxons are always super loud in this cutscene? Like, the audio mix in this cutscene is all jacked up. Tygan and Lily are trying to have a conversation here, but all we can hear is the beeping of the, hey, look, there's guys in a tube noise. Do the men in the tubes, I mean, do they warrant that level of... Do they warrant making that kind of racket? They're also, those guys are trying to sleep, man. That just seems mean. Got some dudes back there sleeping in the tubes, and you're sounding a fucking klaxon in their ear. It's just a dick move. I don't suppose we could blow up any of this wall or anything and maybe get rid of some of this cover. You know what? We can actually get a twofer here. We could get rid of this man's cover with the Sylvester Stallone plasma grenade, and also maybe finish off that officer so nobody else has to mess with it. This is what I like to call a 2-for-1 value, Pete. There you go. It's the old Sylvester Stallone value add. Patented move. So, 88% on the shield bearer, pretty good. 43 on the elite lancer, considerably less good. No cover for Steve Irwin, even double less good.
Not a problem.
Steve Irwin has decided that his lack of cover is not a problem. He's going to go rack this shield bearer for us. See you in hell.
What did you expect?
I mean, pretty much exactly that, Steve. Hair trigger for Steve. 52% is not very good, though. So we're relatively sure that this area is safe, and we could send Taylor Swift in with the kill. And you know what? We would have an emergency backup move if we need it. I like this play. Hey, Tay, let's get you stuck in here, girl. Hey, don't be talking about sticking things in Taylor Swift. She's my girl. Not exactly how that euphemism works, but okay, it's fine. Abraham, I don't suppose you can get over there? Nope. So we got a little bit of Abraham Lincoln left. Abraham could give Lindsay Lohan a bonus action. Is that useful? Probably not. Steve, go ahead and take this. You know what, Steve? Yeah, never mind. Go ahead and take the shot. 2 more damage. That puts Taylor Swift in basically guaranteed kill range. I feel like, Lincoln, we're just going to advance you. There's nothing, like, really beneficial we can get out of an Abraham Lincoln bonus move here. Taylor Swift should kill this man when he tries to do anything. She should blade storm him to death. Unless she misses. Nope, he's dead. Yeah, there we go. See you in hell, champ. Alright, by the numbers. Another textbook execution. Oh, that guy's flopping around, though. Taylor Swift, give him a make-sure round. He's over there twitching. You know, he could still be, he could be faking. You don't want to give him a chance to be playing possum over there. He could be just lying there pretending to be dead like one of Magellan's Lisbon bordello whores.
First, it's human bodies.
Little known fact, Ferdinand Magellan had a necrophilia fetish. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody. I'm just, putting that out there. It's a little known fact. Why do you think you went down to the bordello? His wife was a little creeped out about it. She's like, I understand you've got a need, Ferdinand, and if you want to satisfy that need, there are outlets for that. Why don't you head down to the docks and go see if you can pay a gal to just lie there. Still silent as the grave.
I am on the move.
That's what you're into. I'm assuming. I mean, that's what I heard, Ferdinand and I aren't exactly contemporaries, so I'm working off admittedly imperfect knowledge. I could be wrong about the whole Ferdinand Magellan was really into necrophilia thing. I just don't think I am.
Will do.
It's not technically slander if I believe it's true.
I guess that'll be okay.
Lindsay Lohan, let's have you reload, because this final room typically has, like, a pretty aggressive pod in it. It's usually, like, 3 Archons or something. And oftentimes there'll be some ridiculous pod on the roof that spawns for no reason whatsoever. Like, a pod that definitely shouldn't be able to see us will somehow self-activate. Nothing fancy here, Ava Prone. Just go peek around the corner. What's in here? Well, I mean, we knew that was there. Yeah, what about bad guys, though? Because that's what we care about. This room is empty, huh? So then they're almost certainly bad guys over here, then? Or are they definitely on the roof? They are definitely on the roof, then. So we'd like somebody to go up and check that rooftop. Okay. Hey.
Let's move already.
Yep, they're definitely on the roof. So we got a ladder over here. Let's set up for some maybe rooftop shenanigans next turn. Lindsay?
Location confirmed.
We may want to wait 2 turns before we go storm that rooftop. Just out of like an abundance of caution. Because we're still a little more spread out than I'm fully happy with. Also, there could be guys like outside in the back. Maybe want to... You know what? Let's play this one a little bit more cautiously.
Come get some.
I definitely want to kill whatever... Yeah, they're on the roof then. Well, we know they're up there, and we can account for that. I don't suppose Ava Perone could get up there and tell us specifically where on the roof they are. Not without exposing herself because of reasons. Why are you... What are you doing? You're diving through a window or something. Could you maybe not do that? If we have Abraham Lincoln open this door for you,
Tired of waiting around.
Can you then get to the roof without exposing yourself? Not that we're trying to discourage Ava Perone from free and open sexual expression. I mean, if you want to expose yourself, Ava Perone, it's perfectly your prerogative. Perfidious Pete does not shame, he does not judge. Like, if we go up here, we're definitely going to step on one of them, and I don't want to be revealed just yet.
I can handle
Let's
that.
give it another turn. You know what? Let's go up. We're going to go up around the outside. We're going to take the M&M approach to this one. It's around the outside, around the outside.
You will never hide from me.
Never mind. Well, we found him. go ahead and open this door, actually. And then maybe come around back here.
Moving as ordered.
So it looks like a Spectre and... I mean, I definitely saw a Viper and what appeared to be a Spectre or two. Abraham and Tay. No, I was a little worried those guys might come over and walk down this ladder, but there's almost zero chance of that happening given their position. So let's just set up for a fairly aggressive rooftop assault. And by that I mean we're going to set up to drop them through the roof and then shoot them when they fall into the building in all likelihood.
Running.
Steve, get you over here is good.
Got it. Moving.
It does depend on where these guys wind up on their next move, too, because I'm assuming they're still on... Yeah, they're patrolling. Right on top of Ava Perone, because of course they are. Nope, they're on the corner of the rooftop. So how do we want to handle that? Well, I can remote start what? Nothing useful. Nothing useful right now. If we remote start that in a minute after we've dropped those guys through the roof, it's... Never mind, it's still not going to hit it. I still don't hate the dropping through the rooftop plan, though. They're really far away. Alternatively, we could just wait for them to move. If we still had our blaster bomb, this would be the turn I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. But we don't. And so it's not the turn I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I also may have just inadvertently writ Miley Cyrus's, like, next big hit. Yeah, let's do this. We could call it Let's Do This in the USA.
Absolutely.
I'll be killing them A's like, yeah. I'm blowing up roofs like, yeah.
I will reposition.
We really just want them to not step on your face, bro. That's our sole goal, is to have them not step on your face. Man, Taylor Swift could get really close as long as she stays on this side.
I'm going!
Taylor Swift, you sounded a little miffed there with your "I'm going." What's what's the matter? You having like a tough day?
Getting it done.
Was Yeezy giving you guff again? He'll do that. You gotta just learn to take it with a grain of salt, Taylor. Guy's got a big ego. And these dudes have not moved. They have chosen to not move. Well, if they've chosen to not move, I'm gonna choose to explode them. Yes, like, probably should have chosen to move, though. For a split second, I had the bomb where I wanted it. Or did I? Perhaps not. We should be able to shoot that from here. You know what, Pete, once again, you're overthinking, man. Just stop with the overthinking. You could just run in here and murder all of the men. Can I, though? Because it won't let me... I can't see him, and if you can't see him... Here, can we just do this? Oh, well, there we go. This is much simpler. Problem solved. Lindsay Lohan's got this one. Give him the old what for there, Lindsay Lohan. Whee! Oh, they had an unseen friend. Well, they've all taken 10 damage from that grenade. Looks like 2 Spectres. Nope, the Viper is dead. So we have a Spectre that's active. Never mind, there were 2 Vipers and they're both dead. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Lindsay Lohan, give them mo. Let the bodies hit the flow. So, Steve Irwin, we can have you come around here and flank shot this man. Ava Perone can come over here, get in this window, shoot that man in the back. We got all kinds of options. Taylor Swift can come just, well, here.
I can handle that.
Again, we're probably overthinking. Why go through the window, Taylor? Why didn't you jump down into open space? DNL.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Taylor Swift is now implacable. I really don't want Taylor Swift carrying the hostage. So let's get the rest of the team in position as best as possible and ready for evac, and then, I don't know, I feel like maybe we just, we've done most of the work here. Just have Steve grab the package and get the hell out of here. We are going to get a reinforcement pod, but we really don't care. Alright, reinforcements. Well, I mean, they've chosen a very kind of bad spot to be, though, Tay-Tay. That guy has the worst mittens of all time. I'm not sure the aliens understand how mittens work. Did you see that guy's mittens? They were basically just like tubes on his whole hand. That's not how mittens are supposed to work, sir. You, God damn it, Lincoln. My hope was to have Lincoln run and gun and get into a drop zone so we could get some sweet Blade Storm action, but that is not gonna happen now. We can get him an Overwatch shot, but that's all we can get. Steve, like, pick up the hostage, I guess. Hostage, Pete. Hostage?
I've got you.
I mean, we're kidnapping him. He's definitely a hostage, he or she. I don't know what the gender of the guy in the really bad mittens is, but still, I feel like he's a hostage.
I go where you tell me.
Wait, no, because usually you gotta trade a hostage for something.
I see.
He's more, whoever's in that suit, they're not a hostage, they're just a straight up victim. We're kidnapping him. That's what this is. This is a kidnapping. Well, you guys are about to have a relatively bad day. I mean, at least one of you is getting shotgunned in the brain. Another one's probably getting chopped up by our boy Abraham Lincoln. Somebody's getting overwatched as well. Well, I mean, you know, overwatched at general vicinity. Ava Perone didn't get stepped on, which is nice. Okay. Could be worse, could be better. We got Sylvester Stallone. You still have a grenade, Stallone? You do. We might as well have you use it. Can you use it to good effect? You can use it to pretty solid effect. Can you get the robot too? Nope. Alright. Well, we can't also get the robot. Ava Perone's cover is gonna go bye-bye here, but it doesn't matter, she's a ghost. Possibly literally a ghost. Ava Perone being dead. Assuming those guys on Ghost Hunters on the Sci-Fi Channel were not lying to me about the afterlife. Which, I mean, why would they? Too important a topic to just start making shit up as you go. Assuming they have been truthful, though. I mean, Ava Perone could literally be a ghost right now somewhere in South America. Probably haunting Palace. You know what? Ava Perone seemed like a pretty nice person, though. Would she haunt? She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would be prone to haunting. I think Ava Perone would have like a strict no haunting policy. She'd be like, no, you know, it's okay. I'll just chill out here in the afterlife and kind of, you know, do my thing. Have a nice, relaxing. That guy should have died 40 times over. He's definitely stasis. Yeah, that's fine. Abraham Wig Splitter Lincoln. We don't want you anywhere near this man because he's gonna explode when he dies. In fact, why don't you just come over here? Who still needs kills? Lohan, do you still need kills? I can't remember if you're max rank or not.
Okay, I'll go.
It's actually probably just Ava Perone who needs kills at this point, and now seems like a relatively good time to have Ava Perone get one, so let's have her banish this purifier.
I banish you!
Apparently Ava Perone spends a lot of her downtime playing D&D. I banish you. You may not exactly banish that man, though, because you whiffed that first 92%er. Oh, she finished him. And promotion! We have chosen properly. Abraham Lincoln. Overwatch and stand next to that guy. Lindsay Lohan, let's just have you run towards extraction. Steve Irwin, make best possible speed. Don't worry, Tay-Tay and Lincoln will catch up. This purifier's not going anywhere. He's gonna lose his stasis, stand up, and then get chopped in half. And he's on his feet. And down he goes. You should have just stayed down, sir. Should have stayed down. I mean, I'm not as impressed as I'm about to be in about 10 seconds, because this is gonna be
Ready to go.
relatively amusing. I believe Sly still has one more freebie. Does he not? He does. All right, good. Let's move you to here.
Let's do this.
You're going to overwatch when you get there. Steve, I think we'll just... I mean, we don't need anything else out of you. Why don't you just go ahead and go? Your work here is done. And Crocky Pate, Steve Edwin's always got to do all the heavy lifting. In this case, I mean actual heavy lifting. I'm not talking about being the situation where normally I'm the guy who does most of the work on a mission. I mean, in this one, you're actually making me pick up and carry heavy objects, Pete. And I gotta say, don't appreciate it, mate. I don't appreciate it even a little.
Affirmative, covering now.
Lindsay, you can wrap around over here. Well, I can understand that you're a little hesitant to be standing out in the open without cover, but let me assure you, Miss Lohan, that everyone who is going to land in this little red zone of death here, they're all going to die. Every last one. They're going to get either shot or hacked into chunklets. We good then? Still waiting on Rover. All right.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Prone may as well overwatch. There is no reason to conceal Ava Prone here, because if we conceal her, she won't take this overwatch shot, and we actually wanted her to shoot. And for once, a pod lands on top of us that does not include a bunch of purifiers. That's the thing that happens the least. Oh, you guys are screwed. Well, see you now. You're all dead. Lohan with the opener. 10 damage. Taylor Swift blew him in half. The crossfire, though. Priest is taking some. Little Guardian Overwatch from somebody. That might have been Lindsay Lohan. That was, in fact, Lindsay Lohan. That guy's gone into stasis. And now he's going to get chopped in half by Abraham Lincoln. Nope, Abraham Lincoln shot him.
How many is that now?
Huh. Alright then. Oh, this man's on Overwatch. Let's rectify that. Taylor Swift, if you would be so kind. Good enough. Yeah, I mean, I just want your boy to be able to move. Hey, Lindsay, you want to finish off the robot? You can go to extraction. Here, hit him with the rupture just because it's funny. You're not spraying and praying. This is a targeted assault, Lindsay Lohan. Also, you never spray and pray. You're one of the greatest shots in that. You're just like one of XCOM's greatest marksmen. There's no spraying and praying for Lindsay Lohan. Mostly because she's agnostic, but also because she rarely misses.
Finally.
Little Overwatch here.
Overwatch.
You know, Ava Prone.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
Might as well hang around for one more turn, do a little Overwatch. Lincoln!
Here I come.
If your Overwatch doesn't get him, the Blade Storm almost certainly will, and by almost certainly I mean literally can't fail to get him because that katana can't miss. Sylvester Stallone's gonna take him out. Hey, after Irwin made that heavy lifting crack, I thought I'd come in here and do a little actually heavy lifting and show him how a well-toned man in his 70s can still pick up heavy objects and put them down. Sure, I know Steve Irwin is actually vitae challenged in that the man is technically not alive anymore, but still, you know, were it not for the copious amounts of human growth hormone flowing through my veins, thanks to the good scientists at the University of Phoenix Online,
I'm gone.
old Sylvester Stallone himself might also not be still amongst the living.
Got what we came for. Let's get clear of the area.
Who got wounded? Oh, Steve Irwin mucked the hack. That's right. We made Steve carry that dude out after he was missing a hack. This is the ugliest poster I've ever seen, though. Everybody's all washed out and blurry. It's got like a rotoscope. No, don't take this. Don't take this photo. It's hideous. Yes, leave the photo, please. Don't document that for anybody to see. It was a great mission, but you're not exactly catching Lindsay Lohan's best side there. She demands magic hour lighting and only to be photographed from the left to catch her in three-quarter profile where she looks the best. It's in her contract. I mean, she's got a writer. A writer.
All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
Simulating those guys getting blown in half in the buildings we tore down, huh? It's effective simulation. I feel like Advent has a pretty good career in the special effects industry. They should give up this whole ruling the earth thing and just... They should just convert over and start working for ILM full-time. Sylvester Stallone. I love saturation fire. You know what? Take it. It's better than Rupture, or at least I feel like it's useful in more situations. Steve Irwin, gonna pick up Guardian, but also Ever Vigilant. And Ava No More Tears Perone making it to max rank. Homing Mine. We had Homing Mine previously and found it to be rather unimpressive. And Squad Sight is like ass backwards for a Reaper in that they're going to be the ones providing Squad Sight, not the ones shooting from Squad Sight. Like Squad Sight on a heavy weapons trooper or something would be amazing. Squad Sight on a Reaper? Nah, we're just going to take Annihilate. We do have 7 extra points. Is there anything we might like to put those in? Distraction? Nah. Deadeye, Hollow Targeting, Shredder. You know, Shredder would, yeah. Shredder is good for one very specific reason, and it's going to make Banish and Annihilate way better. If those Vector Rifle attacks are also shredding armor on the Banish, we're going to get more aggregate damage out of our Banish in the event that it doesn't execute someone. We'll just get more overall damage, so that's still a pretty positive pickup.
The suit we recovered, we have found what could very well be the prototype for Advent's seemingly limitless forces. Even focusing my efforts solely on this research, it will take a significant dedication of time and resources to fully analyze this specimen.
Dr. Tigan, if you're gonna say I'm gonna be down in the lab fondling this thing for like the next several weeks, just, you know, you don't have to couch it in all these euphemisms and clever phrases anymore, Dr. Tigan. I know all about your particular kink, and again, no shame, indulge. It's kind of what I pay you to do, actually.
If the aliens...
New objective
Optimus Prime,
added.
shut up. Yep, we got a stasis suit project. That's fine.
And
And Lindsay Lohan, afraid of the Chosen. J. Robert Oppenheimer, afraid of the Chosen. Ava Perone, afraid of the Chosen. Britney Spears, afraid of the Chosen. It's the fucking trifecta. Well then, who do we want to get rid of first? Probably Ava Perone, since she's already tired. Lindsay Lohan will be, I guess, maybe number 2, since she's already tired. That's 10 days apiece for those guys. We should really just go kill the Chosen. Do we know where his lair is? Is that what you guys are working on? You guys are working on his lair, right? Yeah. We got Kim Kardashian, Red Brown, and Tara Reid. They're working on it. Alright. You guys go find that lair, and once that lair is located, I really feel like it's time for us to take old Foot Fungus boy and put him out of his misery there. We're gonna apply the tough acting tenactin to the tough acting tenactin.
Encased in a suit similar to your own is intriguing, Commander. The loss of their facility and this specimen could be an even greater victory than we had imagined.
Commander, remote reconnaissance indicates the aliens have a UFO hunting for our position. We need to be careful about where we pick our flight paths.
I mean, so what you're telling me, Bradford, is that we're about to have to do a UFO hunt? Because you can't fly for shit, and evasive maneuvers are just not a thing that you understand in any capacity whatsoever. Like, when the thing comes up, Bradford's just gonna swerve into them. Okay, so it's right there. It's over in this region. So what if we go find a mission to do that is somewhere far away? Where could we go that's far away but also useful? What's our current... you know what? Yeah, go hit this mysterious stranger. If they're looking for us in Asia, let's go to North America and see if maybe we can't avoid them. It'll be hard for Bradford to ram into them on the other side of the planet. He's got as much leeway as we could possibly give the man, and instead we're going to be doing a guerrilla operation. Operation Wolfhawk. Stops Viper rounds. I really don't care about that at all. New Chile. Operation Twisted Justice gets us Carol Garcia. Grenadier counters a hidden event. Lost mission, though. You know, if we could say no to that, we will. Rapid response. Let's do this one, even though it's once again a sabotage transmitter mission, which I fucking hate. I hate okay, I mean, we're still gonna probably do Operation Hammerstorm here in New Brazil. Not to be confused with Operation Hammertoe, the procedure I have scheduled later in the week with my podiatrist. I'm telling you, Hammertoe, it's no joke, man. No joke. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see, when I think Hammertoe, I always think that scene in Mel Gibson in Payback where Chris Christopherson takes that ball-peen hammer and just starts mashing his feet and says, "Ugh, looks like roast beef."
Deal from our world, and now they would weave it into something new, something.
Hey guys, do you mind? I'm on a Payback joke here. Kind of fucking it up. Whenever somebody says they have hammer toe, that's what I imagine is them sitting in a chair looking at Chris Christopherson while he works them over with the ball peen hammer. Just be like, oh man, the hammer toe's killing me today. I'd be like, well, yeah, it seems like it would. I mean, you crushed your foot with a ball peen hammer. That's no joke. I'm rambling. I'm going to be done now. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like down in the comment section. It really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of the dopest payback references in the internet, because everybody loves it when you make a reference to a movie that's like 15 years old at this point, might consider dropping a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you too suffer from hammer toe, I encourage you, contact your local podiatrist today. There is a cure. It is within your reach. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.